Welcome to the Ontario Turtle Conservation Centre at our location on Chemung Road in Peterborough. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule and for accepting my invitation to come on this very special tour. My name is Sue Carstairs and I'm the Executive and Medical Director at the Ontario Turtle Conservation Centre. Since moving here in 2014, our hospital has admitted almost 6,000 turtles that have been injured or that were ill, and they come from across Ontario.
She's happy, she's back home.
That's great.
We're so proud of what we've accomplished here, and we realize that this is all due to people such as yourself and our dedicated network of volunteers. It was volunteers that helped us to develop this outdoor education center that allows people to come and not only learn about turtles, but the environment in which they live. We have a program that sees about 15,000 people annually. These are people that either come to us in groups or we go to them. This year, with the COVID restrictions, we went virtual.
Her left eye suffered some damage as well. So Andrea is blind. That's why Andrea cannot go home.
The community loves what we do. The community wants to get involved, and the community wants more accessibility to see what we do and to get more involved. So this is the center that the public can have access to. And they can come in, they can learn about our education turtles. These are turtles that we have permits for to keep because they're not releasable. We can do what we do, but it increases the sphere of our influence considerably if the 15,000 people get motivated to even do one thing to help the environment. A little on-site retail store. We also have an online store, and it's become quite a good revenue stream. Our administrative office is there. And this is our modest admission area. This is where they come. Anybody who's found a turtle will come, or our taxi drivers that are dropping them off will come here. We've had a touchless exchange of turtles this season, and it's worked pretty well. The map on the wall there shows where all our first responders are across the province that help get the turtles to us. They are brought to us by a network of volunteers who help to get the turtles to us or to a first responder where they get emergency treatment right away. So this is the main room that they're housed in after their immediate critical care phase is over. And this is where we tend to get the biggest bottleneck. There's just so many. Some of them are hospital cases that are still being treated, or they're still in the recovery phase. They weren't ready for their wires and so forth to be removed before the winter started to come on. So they'll be staying with us for the winter. And then some of these are, again, newly hatched babies that will be staying with us for the winter. So as you can see, lots going on here. We have a large crew of volunteers that helps to clean and feed them. And then we have veterinary technicians that are now going through and doing any treatments that need to be done. This digital x-ray unit donated last year by a very kind veterinarian in Michigan. So that's really revolutionized our x-rays and how many we can take in a day, because we do a lot. You notice there aren't any human rooms. We've sort of lost our lunchroom and our boardroom to baby turtles. So, and this is another treatment area. Again, at this time of year, it's switching over from hospital cases to babies. This is the surgery itself. It's well equipped, does an excellent job, but if it was bigger, we'd have a lot more capacity to have interns and residents and placement students. We are a bit limited in how many we can fit, and especially at this time, we are being very careful about that. This area here is our lab. We do a lot of in-house lab work. We also send some out to a local lab facility, but we've recently been donated a blood chemistry analyzer. This little unit here, which is amazing, donated by a veterinarian who supports us. We look at a lot of slides here. It's a great way of telling how the turtles are doing, and also, as you can see, doubles as an ICU. Hi. Hello. So now we're entering one of our incubator rooms. In the summer, it's full of incubators, and I was just having a look to see which ones hatched and which ones are ready to go into water. The sex that they hatch under is determined by the temperature that they're incubated at. As many males get lost on the roads as females, surprisingly. And Emma's just looking through some here that are just getting ready to go into water. We collect about 4,000 to 6,000 eggs per season, and these eggs come from turtles that are admitted to the hospital, females carrying eggs. And so in order to make sure that their eggs aren't wasted, we make sure we collect them, either inducing them when they're alive or, sadly, some collecting them post-mortem. 4,000 to 6,000 eggs means a lot of babies, and these ones at this stage will be staying with us over the winter, getting a bigger size so that they have a greater chance of survival. We've tried to establish or prove that it's a viable conservation strategy in itself. In doing that, we needed to follow them once they were released. So we have a separate program, and that follows a group of head-started juvenile blandings alongside a group of wild hatch blandings, just to make sure that we are giving them the maximum chance at survival and learning how to do that. And we transfer that knowledge to the other species that we take care of. And it also has shown us, it is showing us, we've published the results now, that it is adding to the sub-adult population at this point. We're 9 years into the study. Well, you guessed it. We have outgrown our facility in every way. But we do have a solution, and that solution came in the form of property that's owned by Mary and Jerry Young, just on the outskirts of town. They met us at one of our open houses, and they really want to combine resources with their property, with the work that we do here, and that has allowed us to dream big, this big. So this property is 100 acres, and part of it is farmed, but there's also a large wooded area and its own wetland too that's protected. It's a gorgeous old barn. Unfortunately, it can't be safe, but we'll make sure that part of it lives on. So there's 2 buildings here that we've already renovated. I'll show you inside in a minute, and that's in large part with thanks to the Ontario Trillium Foundation, a grant through them. So this is where the turtles come for their final rehabilitative process. You see they all have much larger tanks, they can get better exercise, they can get their strength up. These have been full and emptied constantly all summer, so they're in here for a period of time and then they're released once they're completely healed. So it's been great to have this. It's really made everything run a lot smoother. That extends down to the end there, and up here in the other room is our physiotherapy room. We're actually very good at stretching a dollar. So initially we had planned to do 1 building, but we managed through in-kind help and so forth to stretch it out so that we could do 2 buildings. So this one's just being finished, in large part with thanks to the Ontario Trillium Foundation. But because we had the well dug for free, we had all the blueprints drawn up for free, we were able to get this done. This is currently not going to be open to the public. This is just a behind the scenes where they'll come with their final stages of rehabilitation. We'll put in a whole new furnace, all new electrical again. Everything's been drywalled, heavily insulated. It's going to be very energy efficient. We had the floors all redone. But as I say, we were hoping to get just 1 building done and end up eking together enough to get both of them done. Coming from the grassroots organization, totally volunteer run 12 years ago, and it's led us logically to this phase. Well, ever since I came on board with the Turtle Center, which was 2009, our dream has always been to have our own purpose-built facility, to really blossom and to produce programs that could be even more impactful than they are now. Right now, I believe we're a globally respected conservation center. We have an impact, a huge impact on conservation, not only in what we do, but what we can teach others to do. This would expand that even more. Education program, the hospital, the hatchling program, the Head Starts, and the field work as well. The Youngs would like us to be able to take nature tours to the back, to the actual wetlands, so they can see the environment that they're helping to protect. And it's by inspiring people such as that to do those small actions, that's how you move conservation forward. And we really believe that this is going to be instrumental in getting the community together. In fact, we've come up with the slogan, our new centre is where community and conservation connect. It's poised so very well with that, just being on the outskirts of town. It'll be a little oasis where people can come away from their day-to-day city lives and really learn and get immersed in the conservation movement. It's going to become a tourist destination for those outside of the area. Planning for success there, so there'll be plenty of parking, there'll be room for school buses to turn around. This has been a long time in the making, but we are ready. We haven't put it out to the public yet, so you are one of the first to hear about this. And we'll be so delighted to get yourselves as partners in this venture to kick off our capital campaign to make this a reality. So our goal is to raise $3 million, and that may be a lofty goal for a small organization such as ourselves, but it's completely attainable. We've done all the pre-studies, we know that it's out there, and also we are extremely good at stretching money to last and last. We do so much with the amount that we have. Our operational costs at $750,000 a year. We do a huge amount. We're also very good at bringing the community on board and getting them involved, and people want to help. So we feel that this is a realistic amount for this project of this size, and we're confident that we'll be able to raise those funds with your help. Thank you so much for joining us. With the COVID situation, I thought this would be the better way to introduce our ideas, but I'd love to talk to you more about it over the phone. I'm happy to come to you as well, or we can do it via Zoom. So any way that works for you. But thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to chatting with you.